This summer in Ukraine, the target stopped being the front line. It became the street, the kitchen window, the train platform, the grain ship leaving port. This is a file about a war that has run out of places it will not strike. Start in Kherson, in the south. A man named Yurii was selling vegetables by the road when a small Russian drone turned and came straight for him. He held up a tomato. "Look," he said, "vegetables." The drone came anyway. Yurii lived, with shrapnel in his body and a ringing in his head, and the footage of the chase traveled around the world. He was not a soldier, and he was not near a battle. For more than a year, Russian crews across the river have hunted the people of Kherson like this: pedestrians, cyclists, buses, and ambulances, with cheap drones flown by a pilot watching through a headset. Ukraine's president called these attacks a safari. United Nations investigators reached a colder word for it. The systematic drone hunting of Kherson civilians, they concluded, amounts to crimes against humanity. And Kherson is only one point on the map. In the northeast, on the border, the city of Sumy meets guided bombs almost every week. On the 4th of August, 6 of them hit its streets. One destroyed a house and killed 2 girls, aged 5 and 10, and an elderly woman inside it. In the capital, Kyiv, the weapon is the ballistic missile, fired in the dark, faster than the sirens. A single barrage in early August killed at least 9 people there, 4 of them children. Line the days up and the pattern is plain. The end of July, a missile barrage across the country kills at least 8. The 1st of August, ballistic missiles fall in Kyiv. The 4th, guided bombs on Sumy. The 5th, a strike on a crowded station platform. The 6th, an explosive boat out on the sea. 1 week, 1 direction. Here is the shape of it. One campaign run with many weapons, every one of them turned on people who were not fighting. Small attack drones for the streets, guided bombs and missiles for the homes and the stations, and explosive boats for the ships at sea. Different tools, a single aim, to make an entire country feel that nowhere at all is safe. That aim reached the water in the first week of August. Off the coast of Odessa, Russian drones struck 2 civilian cargo ships in the dark. One of them, the Mara Queen, was carrying Ukrainian wheat. A sailor aboard her was killed and 3 of his crewmates were hurt. The other, the Emil, was hit twice, caught fire, and had to be abandoned, though its 11 crew got off alive. Moscow said the ships were carrying military cargo. No one outside Russia has been able to confirm that. What is confirmed is a dead mariner on a grain ship and food that never left the water. Follow the weed out. From Odessa, the grain that feeds distant countries moves south across the Black Sea, toward the strait at Istanbul and the world beyond it. It was on that route, about 21 nautical miles from shore, that the 2 ships were hit. The United Nations Secretary General called the barrage on Kyiv a clear violation of international humanitarian law and condemned the strikes at sea. The attacks did not stop. None of this is an estimate. Every strike, every name, every date is already on the record, filed and public. A week with nowhere safe, written down. Read the full dossier and ask it anything. Proxy dossier.